Today, I'm excited to share with you a super simple isometric exercise that will re-educate a major back muscle, the lat, which attaches at the pelvis, comes up through the back, interdigitates between the ribs, and attaches to the upper arm. So it's a big time player. And it's not only about our structure and our trunk and our spine, it's very important for that, but it's also really important for brain health, for focus especially. And you can learn more about that in the video I did in my Brain+Body Biome Inspo. But let's go ahead and get to an assessment and then an actual exercise to re-educate that lat muscle. So standing with your feet hip distance or shoulder distance apart, it does not matter. You're gonna rock forward and back. Make sure the rocking is on your feet and not about hinging at your hips back and forth. Make it about rocking forward and back. Now, a lot of us will find that one direction is more comfortable than the other, and one is harder to move into, and that's okay. That's why we do these noticing exercises. Now, I'm going to teach you the standing version of an isometric exercise for your lat. And again, in that Brain+Body Biome Inspo video, I taught a lying down version. They're both good. The standing is going to be great for when you just quickly can do it in between work tasks or house tasks, whatever it might be, and you don't feel like getting onto the floor. It is important to do the one on the floor though, because it takes us back to our earliest development and our relationship to gravity that existed at that time versus our daily lives now, so we can go a little deeper with that version. So coming over to the wall, you want your feet a little bit away from the wall, knees are bent. You don't want to flatten yourself against the wall. You'll feel some space underneath your low back area. You'll feel some space at your neck, and that's honoring the normal curves of your spine. So we're just going to sustain that. Take one arm. It's important that you do one arm at a time, because if you do both, you're going to compensate and feed into old patterns. So take that arm, turn the thumb towards the wall, and press the arm into the wall. Hold it for 6 seconds, and make sure you're doing 25% or less of your maximum ability. Because if you go all out 100, 150% of your maximum ability, you are going to feed into compensation. So holding for 6 seconds, go again. Now the beautiful thing about being at the wall is that you're gonna get into a little bit of arm extension, shoulder extension, which is a good position to re-educate the lat in, but more on that later. I won't geek on that. I'll geek out on that now. And relax. So I would recommend 3 to 4 reps on one side, then do your 3 to 4 reps on the other side. So let's just go ahead and do one on the other side now, or 2, so we can match it up. And relax in between, let that arm unrotate or derotate, and again, press into the wall, breathe, 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 and relax. Now we only did 2 on each side. If you did 3 or 4, you might find a different bit of experience, re-education, but let's go ahead and retest. So feet hip distance or shoulder distance apart, wherever you were before, and just gently rock forward and back. And I always find that I can go back a little bit further than I can before I re-educate the lat. Again, the lat is tied to focus and concentration. A lot of us go through life in a hyper-focused state, or times when we can't focus at all. And a lot of us vacillate. I'm raising my hand real high on that. Vacillate between those, at least that's where I used to live. But working with the brain-body connection, it's so much different when you work in that unique way. So stay tuned. I'll be sharing more to help the focus and support this particular connection of the back and the body and the brain. So stay tuned and feel free to respond with any questions.